You might drop some frames to hit record. Yes, Sexrex came and sorted everything out, and we kind of just laughed about it afterwards. But like, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, I'm here, like I'm here early so we can prep. Then Gooby came, and finally things were better. Runner stream to an RTMP. Oh, I do it all the time for Power Up with Pride. And RGL now. And it's like, who the fuck are you? And Slash and I have talked about doing it for Handheld Heroes. I like Gooby. I miss Gooby. I miss talking to Gooby. Alright. I remember the setup we had. The setup we had at Midwest Speed Fest. That shit was funny. It worked. It worked. Let's just say that. Oh. Were we spotted? Where is he? Idiot. Oh, I missed because he was moving. Hood on. They'll never see me with my hood on. They'll never see me with my companion out of the bushes.
Storm brewing there.
Oh, I pressed R1 to assassinate. Excuse me. Good meme. Good meme. Oh, okay. What? Okay. Well. Who the hell's seeing that idiot right there? Long shot. Yeah, no, I like most of them. I like most of the people at Midwest Speed Fest. I think all of them are good company. I can get a nice like angle on it. Oh yeah, no, 100%. Oh, you hate to see it. That up quick. Just arrows. What else do we got going on here? This is sparkly right here. know why that's sparking, but all right.
Thank you. Dead.
Free me.
Look of it.
I'm no use here, not with the wind gone.
I forgot who I met
if you
there.
would be so kind. I've had quite the day.
I have his
Look through the
business
fog leaf.
card.
Follow the beacon. Our camp is at its base. We'll return when we found the others.
Because you know how like some of the
We'll head straight
some
to the
gamers like to have like those
Leaf is a prim and
business
proper
cards
man,
that
isn't he?
He lives by a strict.
have all their gaming
He lives by
stuff
a
on it.
strict code of honor, more than most. And
Got Navy SEAL over to this other side.
he lives by a strict code of. This longboat is Birnas, I think. All scraped and bashed. It's hard to tell.
Saxons surrounding that old hut. There may be Danes trapped inside.
That's right! Tire yourself out! Weakly.
Don't wander far.
Oh man, I live my life.
That's right! Tire yourself out!
Coward off!
Little
Your time is
can't
come!
open one barricade.
You rot in hell when we're done with you.
You'll suck my toes standing on your head.
That's Birnas for sure. If my head was in a bucket of water, I'd still know.
She's as strong as an ox.
We have this.
Helix is good shit. I like Helix a lot.
Not much longer, troll.
Alright, Mr. Hammer, let's just take it easy. Oh, that horse is going down. That guy's probably just like, what the hell is happening? Oh, he's getting attacked by wolves! Fuck him!
Soma!
The guy that I
You
met
heard
wasn't
someone
a
sweeping
part
the hut
of
outside?
the
They had
Midwest
glitches.
Speedway staff. The
Thinking we're
first guy
starting
I
a new
met.
town, in fact.
He was just the guy
This house
showing up
being our
early,
first.
Birna.
like
I
me.
pitched a camp nearby.
But he
under a
didn't.
burning
He
beacon.
didn't do runs at
We'll
all.
meet you there when I found the others.
He's just a
Thank you,
spectator.
Soma.
But
You as well. We'll head to the camp now.
nice guy. A
Singing songs
little
and dancing
weird,
jigs by the
but
time
nice
you get
guy.
back.
Vienna is like a
I just found it
grapevine.
funny that he just like
Curly
handed
and
me
hard
like
to
this
predict.
business card
While
thing
Leaf
with like
is like a would-be,
all of his gaming
sturdy,
stuff on it. And just
straightforward.
like this is a
Birna has
thing
a
that people
genius
do.
for tactics. Sees well ahead of things. Leaf deals with what's just there before him. Practical in all ways. Both have helped me find my footing in desperate times.
Maybe I should
It's
make some
important to
gaming
keep those who
cards.
disagree with you close as family.
We'll make some gamer cards.
Cast about this
World,
life, my friend.
world's first recorded sub 12 KDL extra mode. Oh really?
Wolves. They've surrounded someone. Must be careful.
There's so many. Like how? How are there so many goddamn wolves? People get all sorts of mad in Minnesota and Wisconsin when we hunt them. Look at this is why we had to hunt them. That's fucking nonsense. I didn't know JSR was from Vegas. I know who JSR is. Oh, god damn it! There's so many! And there is no lack of sex for however long it takes to have wolves. God damn! I knew Takate was. Yeah, I didn't know JSR was. I don't know JSR very well.
Wretched carrion beast. I don't deserve this. Leave me. Run.
How many? How many? Something other than this. Dude, Minnesota, it's... Who do I got here in Minnesota? I had used pizza for a bit, but he moved. I had Carnage for a bit, but he just plays WoW now. I don't even know what Golden does anymore. I got the Midwest Speedfest guys, right? I got like Sex Rex and Gooby, but I haven't seen Gooby on in forever, nor have I talked to Gooby in forever. I don't really know Sex Rex all that well, besides Shaq Fu stuff that him and I and Gooby have done in the past.
You look terrible.
What happened here?
Saxons chased me into the fog, ran me smack into a nest of bandits, but Freya was on my side, and I saw them before they saw me.
Are you the only one of your crew left standing?
I am, and hardly standing myself.
Oh, did he?
But with the blessings of
We did
Odin and
a
Freya,
Shaq
they'll be
Fu
feasting
block
well with
for
the gods.
Speedy Fist
We have
a
a camp
couple years
nearby,
ago.
Galen.
That shit was fun.
I'll take you there, Mike.
We wanted to do a Shaq Fu relay race, but I'm the only Shaq Fu Game Boy runner active. Well, active. We'll put that in quotes. No, we're not fighting any more wolves. We're done with wolves. We are done with wolves. But the keyboard is cheating. I 100% agree with that. Oh, pig! Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I don't even know who mod is for Shaq Fu Game Boy. Is it Dugongu? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know if it's Dugong or who it is. Like I would take over. What? Here's the thing, right? With emulators, people are gonna play on keyboard, right? Like, can't just ban an emulator because people can play on keyboard. Like, if we banned emulator for Shaq Fu because they used keyboard, literally all of the SNES speedruns would be banned because they all play it on keyboard because the Shaq-a-cane is super hard to do on controller.
The beacon has drawn the last of my soldiers. By tomorrow, our strength will have returned, and we can retake our city.
Separate
I have not
leaderboards
yet
because
spoken
keyboard
to
assisted. That's
Leif,
fair.
Birna, and Galen about this. After my missteps, I worry what they must think of me.
Like, I definitely would standardize. I definitely would standardize the emulators, right? Like BGB, BizHawk, Gambit, but I'm curious to see what the Game Boy analog is going to be like.
I am glad we're together, in spite of our setback. Galen, you look well worn. Do not grieve the men you lost. They will be singing your praises in the corpse hall, waiting for us.
Thank you, Jarl's Corner.
Leif, you'd outlast any tempest.
It's good to be back.
I would love
all as one.
Analog
And
products.
They're
so fucking expensive.
Birna.
Birna.
I'm delighted you're alive.
They're just so expensive.
I'm delighted to be living. I lost so many after all this, but I still have you three.
Like, I would have loved the
That
Game Boy
makes me
one,
the
but
most
like,
blessed warrior in Midgard.
I had
And
other
Eivor,
things to spend like
You have more than
$300
proven
on.
your worth. Help us reclaim our city, and you will have an ally in me.
My blade is yours. For Grantbridge.
We'll rest for the night, gather our strength and our wits, and at the break of dawn's light, we retake Grantbridge! Pass the night in our camp, Eivor. Take anything you need.
But yeah, I would love to have analog products. They look very nice, and I've heard nothing but amazing things about them. Oh god damn, are they expensive. If this hobby right here, me playing video games, if this hobby were to bring me
Looks like
more
Morrison's
income
forces followed the
to
beacon back to camp.
buy that kind of stuff, I would buy that kind of stuff. $200. $200 gets you a lot of other things, right? Especially when you're unsure about your job. So, but like if this paid me more, you know, I would definitely get it. Like if this paid me $200 every couple months, yeah, I'm like, yeah, sure, here you go. I made the money off gaming, but I'll just put it right back into the stream. But yeah, they are. Like I said, I've heard nothing but amazing,
Leaf, Soma says you're the man who
amazing
built her
reviews
longships.
about them.
That's right. Each has a sharp keel, a stout
I believe
mast,
they're making
and
a
poem
Turbo
etched
16
into the hull to
analog,
sing the
aren't they?
praises of the dringer who commands her. A longship is heavy with fate.
If they
Just
make
a
a
few
Turbo
rings of
16
wood between
analog,
you and
I
a watery
will buy
grave.
that. I've been
What
wanting
better
a
place to put a line
T16
of
for a
poetry,
while.
Agreed. It's good to fight beside you, Leaf.
Likewise,
Is
Eivor.
it's a
Thanks
pre-order
again
open
for
right
plucking
now
me and my
for it?
warriors from the mire.
'Cause I'll pre-order it right after work. 'Cause that's something I actually do want. Because I do want to get into Turbo 16 stuff. It's not okay. I remember it. I remember them talking about it on Twitter, but I wasn't sure if they were pre-ordered open yet. Yeah, that's something I will
Garland, is that right?
100% pre-order.
That's right. You are Eivor, the infinite fighter, or forever warrior. It's a glorious name.
Many thanks. You were in a tight spot when we found you.
Indeed. The Saxons pursued me, ran me bloody through the swamps and into the lap of bandits.
This is a
And
ninja
the wolves
console.
came. We all have our one day.
Yeah, we'll see.
The day we die. How you
I mean,
greet
the
that day is
appeal
all
of
that
being able to
matters.
stream Turbo
proud to
16 or
say that I was
PC
ready.
Engine, whatever you want to call
Well,
it,
it's good to see you breathing
via
still.
HDMI is pretty without a mod is pretty appealing.
You're Vienna.
And you are Eivor's sunbeam. You cut through the fog like the sun burns through ice.
You're in high spirits, all things considered. The ambush, losing your home.
In this moment, yes. But you feel that?
That'd be
The
cool.
moment has passed.
I just want to play
You're free
Darkwing
pursue the
Duck.
next. What a gift!
It's good to have you in this fight, Vienna.
I like you, Eivor. You may help me here or step on me, and by the look of you, I'd welcome either.
The day is new, and the air is bracing.
Oh, I'd
Are
still
you
buy
ready
the.
for the fight ahead?
I still buy the
Let's
cards
take
and
your city
CDs
back.
for it.
That's what I like to hear. Meet me at the western gate of Grantbridge. We've assembled there.
Have care you do not enjoy taking orders from anyone but your Jarl back home.
The
I fight
NES
for
analog
Sigurd,
does not
none else.
While
interest
you're
me
on this
at
ship
all.
deck, you fight for me, and for Soma's loyalty. We fight for her.
I don't know why it doesn't, but it just doesn't. Like, NES in general just doesn't appeal to me. Like, you would think that I would be all gung-ho for NES because I really, really enjoy retro stuff, but... Oh, I just don't give a shit about NES. I'm sorry. Like, I just do not give a fuck about it. Like, there are some super good NES games, don't get me wrong, The problem with NES is that it's too fucking expensive and half the 3/4 of the stuff is overrated.
Sing us a song.
Sail! Catch the wind!
Like, it's a super overrated system. Like, I get there's a lot of nostalgia. I get that. And I get, you know, I get a lot of people have very fond memories and that's what they grew up with and this, that, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, dude, the Super Nintendo was 5 times better than the NES.
Drop the mask!
Yeah, I don't watch that many NES runners, honestly. It's so hard to turn the boat without the sail.
Set the mast up!
Yeah, you're not wrong. Most of the NES runners I watch are actually European. Where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going. Oh, I'm literally right there. Am I? Fuck if I know where I need to go. Did I pass it up? I think the community is about to snap, honestly. Can we just turn the boat, please? I think that community is about to get shattered here soon. Alright, we apparently can't turn this boat. There you go. Oh, Battle Kid's a fan made. Like, Battle Kid's not even an original NES game.
Are you feeling all right?
It's a fan made. Gargoyle's Quest 2 is fine on NES, but you know what? It's better on Game Boy. And literally ask any Gargoyle's Quest 2 runner, and they will tell you the Game Boy version is better than the NES version. But you know what? It's Game Boy, so they won't fucking play it. No, ask them. Ask them what version of Gargoyle's Quest 2 is better. They will tell you the Game Boy because there's more content in the Game Boy version. Crazy, I know. And the routing's better. Like, Gargoyle's Quest 2 is just overall better on Game Boy than it was on NES.
Wigmund! Honor thief!
I don't even run Gargoyle's Quest 2 anymore. Star Tropics is good.
Return Grantbridge to me, Wigmund. No more of our people need die. We may talk this out.
SMB2.
What are we to talk about?
Cool game, or Doki
need.
Doki, whatever you want to call it. Cool game, but not for me.
I was born a noble. You were plucked from a giant's armpit.
I built
Kirby's
this town.
Kirby's Adventure was very ambitious, but very laggy.
And we both know you'll bleed those
Samson's
bridges
a cool
dry
game,
without
but
my guiding hand.
$1,500.
Go die in the muck where you belong, heathens.
Wigmund, let's try one final time. Quit Grantbridge. And when she is mine once more, I may spare your life.
Ha! I command Grantbridge. I am master here. And I will scour you rats from this land like rot from a festering wound.
Let me give you some advice, old bear. The surest way to stop a wound from festering isn't with a blade. It's with fire.
My all-time favorite NES game is Mega Man 3.
No! Thanes of Grantebridgeshire!
Charge!
What's Wigmund done to her?
We must free her first.
everyone. Rude. I like how I can just like, okay, well, he's dead.
I haven't seen Wigman since we breached the wall. Regroup at the Longhouse.
My all-time
We'll
favorite
surely
NES
find
game
him
is Mega Man 3, and that's purely because of nostalgia.
Raise your blade
Mega
to
Man
me.
3 was the first
Fucking
game I
try
ever
it.
played in my life, and was the first game I ever beaten in my life. So I have a lot of nostalgia for Mega Man 3.
Death for any Saxon breathing.
There, that's the one!
I like Darkwing Duck as well too. Darkwing Duck is a pretty fun game, and I very much prefer the NES version over the Game Boy version. What am I doing? Just fucking busting through the door, man.
The waters have calmed here. Go on. I'll weather the last of these gulps.
Going in hot, boys.
God won't let us lose.
Final Fantasy 1, I really like Final Fantasy 1.
Blindside, idiot!
Anyone want to attack me? I gotta go help this person, they're falling. Be a nerd. I get back into battle.
Christ is surely with us.
Wigmund! You cannot hide from me forever.
Star Tropics is good. Life
Face
Force, I
your
really like
death.
Life Force as well.
Heathen eels.
Bump and Jump is a good time. That's a big motherfucker. Ain't it? Light him up.
Fights for Wigmund's side.
All right. Yeah, you.
Let your plague-ridden body feed my fields. Eivor, to me.
Right here, man. What other games do I like on this?
No sign of Wigmund here. He may be hiding within the city walls. Shall we search?
No.
Anyway, like
He'll
Kings
be
of the
gone.
Beach, I
Count on
played a
it.
lot of. It's a beach
Arrogant
volleyball
coward.
game.
But we've struck a bold claim today. Walk with me. I want you to sound our battle horn to announce our victory. Let all the Shire know that Grantbridge is retaken. The sound of the horn means prosperity, long life, bounty.
Rocket
Why
Ranger.
me?
I like Rocket Ranger,
Why
but
not?
I honestly don't
You
understand
were the
the
keystone
game.
to this attack.
Even
You turned the tide.
even
Let
at
the wind
33
from
years
your
old, I
lungs
don't
breathe
know.
life
I
back
don't
into
know
my
how like
city.
the game works. But like, I definitely have more nostalgia for the NES than I do Super Nintendo. The Super Nintendo came out during the time where like I would rather play it outside than inside, because that's what 90 kids did.
Look at you
So like I didn't play my Super Nintendo all that much.
Handsome.
Donkey Kong Country, you know.
Beautiful. Her blood soaked. Grand Bridge is ours once again.
7th N64.
Tomorrow, you will stamp out the last of Wigman's fading fire.
PlayStation 2 a little bit for whenever I like stayed at a friend's house for the night.
We feast.
Like if we had a bunch of us staying over, we'd play wrestling games. I just
Hey!
those two gonna bang. But yeah, I just didn't play much for video games growing up. I wouldn't start playing a lot of video games until like honestly until after college. Like that's when I graduated college. That's when I really got back into gaming.
My clan throws the best feasts, I think you'll find. You enjoy yourself?
I did. But were you celebrating or mourning? You looked unsure.
Like I played a lot of WoW in college, but like
The night
not
of
really
the attack,
gaming.
I heard sounds of bloodshed coming from the Longhouse. In moments, the city was overrun with Saxons, so I called a retreat. We all have our one day, but not like that. Not that day.
I've heard this before. That the Saxons appeared as if from the shadows.
In all my time in Grantbridge, this tunnel was my most careful project. The best kept secret in the city.
Now 100 or more Saxons know the
I
smell
had
of it.
The only people who knew about this
yeah, I
tunnel
didn't play
were
much
me
in high school. Like I
and the
played
3 in my inner
I played like
circle.
Command and Conquer and Dota here and there.
You believe you were betrayed?
Halo 2
know
once
I
in a
was.
while. Like I
By whom?
was never a focus.
That is
Like
where
it
I
was like
hesitate. Between Leaf,
rainy
Garland,
day.
and Birna, I cannot say.
none of my friends were
But they are
available
the
to
3
hang
who helped
out,
me dig this in
and
secret.
I don't want to go hunting.
I hoped
like,
you might lend me your wits.
That was
You are
you know,
a fresh
the,
ally. I
that
could
was
use
the
your
next
eyes
best
and
thing to do.
ears.
I promised you I'd help secure your city. That task isn't yet done, it seems.
Good. I sent Galin, Leaf, and Birna to destroy what remains of Wigman's power throughout the Shire. Meet with them. Raid with them. Get to know them as best as you can. Find out which of them betrayed me.
No, I did not drink Natty Light.
I'll do what I can, but you
The only
know
time
your
I
warriors
drank
far
in
better
high
than
school
I do.
was to parties.
Between you and me, my heart is clouded. I love these 3 as if we shared a womb. I need clear, sound judgment. I need you, Eivor.
You have me.
Thank you. Feel free to take a look around as you wish. Search the city, the tunnel, and here, a gift, for retaking Grantbridge with us. One of the few things I have left from my blood family.
Yeah, Natty Light gets the job done for cheap, right? That's Natty Light. It gets the job done for cheap. That's the whole purpose of it.
Soma was smart to build this tunnel.
Oh, hello, Snake. Asshole. Dumbass Snake.
trail of yellow paint drops.
Yeah, having gone to school in Wisconsin and whatnot. Yeah.
Shoot! Shoot! Stay away from my castle! Away from my brood! My sweet feline kin! Shoot, you big old Dane!
Alright, I know what this mission is. This is all about rats. I remember
Tough
this.
lands, old man?
Those rats. I tried everything. I
Did I
poured
have in
lye,
Europe?
I harvested locusts, I hired children to kill
Some of the
them.
voice actors in this game are
I need
great.
an army of miracles.
They are pesky and have ravaged your good crop. Nah, the gods can't get at rats.
Ha! You heathens and your gods. All I want is to rid my field of rats. Feed the fair folk of the Shire.
You need natural warriors to keep them at bay.
Blasted, cursed, horrible rats.
Talk to this lady here.
Shoot!
But
I feel your army
yeah, I wouldn't
of
go
cats
into like
have
a
destiny
crazy punk
unrealized.
goth stage
You
until
are a
college.
Freya of the Fens.
What? Who the hell is Freya? Is she the whore that tried to eat my cat queen last week?
She's a goddess, much like you, with pious and mighty cats that help her fight. Show your claws, good lady.
Oh yes, mighty. That is what they are, and me, their goddess. If you want, use this key and see for yourself. Ooh, my pretty babies.
My pretties.
There you are. Head to the fields. Tat-tat. Fight your battle.
Alright, you damn cats, let's go. Look how big this thing is a chungus, dude. The fucking dinosaur.
Cats are sacred beings. They help keep harmony. Your rat problem has been taken care of. Pray to Freya.
I never thought the meow of cats could soothe my soul. Take this key. In my house I have some goods. Please help yourself.
Done. I'm gonna rob your entire house, so. I like how you can just glitch. Can't stay up all night tonight, which is really disappointing.
Someone hauled this bucket of yellow paint all the way down to the riverbank.
I have to be up tomorrow
They
to
quickly painted a longship beached here. Then they sailed off. With
I have
allies
to be
to
up
help
tomorrow
crew
to
the vessel.
record podcast. But we. Let's see. What's going on over here? Avenge the Fallen. A 3-day contract? Consider it done. Get it out of the way. But yeah, no, I like when I was super young, I played a lot of Game Boy because I was always we were always on the road because I grew up in a military family, so we were always on the road. So I played Game Boy quite a bit, and I remember playing NES a lot as well. I remember I was 5 years old. Easter, when I was 5 years old, I got an Easter basket with Batman in it. I'll never forget it. I was pumped because I loved fucking Batman as a kid. Pumped to play Batman. And goddamn, was that game hard at 5 years old.
What do you see, Sunan?
By the way, deer. Play Mario Land 2 or something. And then, you know, the Super Nintendo came out when I was 6 or 7 or whatever. I remember we got Donkey Kong for it, but I didn't play the Super Nintendo all that much. I played the NES more than the Super Nintendo. Guy just got owned. Ow. Ow. Rude. Hut hut. Hut hut. Where we going? Where we going? Where we going? Where we going? Oh. But yeah, I don't like. I played outside more than anything. I was always just outside. The game is super violent. Yeah. When you confirm a kill, you put your dagger into the person, and it shows like the slow motion going inside of them. When Pokemon came out, though, when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, I played the Game Boy a ton then, right? Because Pokemon, and all of my friends played Pokemon, so we always would play at recess at school. I played the Game Boy a shit ton during that time frame. I'm trying to remember when I got the N64. Like, it's crazy because I can vividly remember getting the NES, the Game Boy, the Super Nintendo, and my PS2, and my Xbox, my OG Xbox, but I cannot remember getting the N64 at all. I have one. My original's in my bedroom. But I do not ever I don't remember when I got it, though. I remember not playing it all that much, though. Oh, and I remember the Sega Saturn as well, too. But the Sega Saturn was not really for me. I mean, to be fair, the Super Nintendo really wasn't for me either. To be really fair, most of the gaming consoles weren't for me. Just happened to play them.
Best raise my hood here.
But the reason I say that is because my mother was terrible with money. Probably still is. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in like 6 years. But my mother was shit with money, and we didn't have a lot of money growing up. You know, my old man worked 2 or 3 jobs and was in the Air Force and trying to make ends meet with a wife that spent money non-stop and a kid. So, but whatever my mom wanted, she would just buy. Like, money just wasn't a reality to her at all. So, I remember the Super Nintendo. I'll tell you all the stories about the consoles I do remember. The Super Nintendo was kind of funny because it was a pack-in Super Nintendo with Donkey Kong Country. And I remember coming home from school one day, and I remember seeing my mom playing Donkey Kong Country on the TV in the living room.
I am
I was
honored you
like,
have joined us.
"Oh, what game is this?"
What's your plan?
And she hurried up and turned everything off and told me to go away. And she basically reboxed it and rewrapped the Super Nintendo.
So we will burn their homes, quick and devastating, like the thunderclaps of Thor.
And she would keep doing that until Christmas. Then when Christmas came, they slapped my name on it, and I unwrapped it, you know, and it was on the Super Nintendo.
And faded. But I wanted
and then
more.
she basically went on to just play it all the time.
Sacred plants, hoping to see something new. But my body dwindled. I lived addled, maddened, a wanderer.
I remember watching her. I remember just watching her play Donkey Kong Country.
And again.
And every time I would ask to play, she'd tell me no.
Naked and alone in the fence.
So I'd always have to play when like she wasn't home.
Humbled as I was, I owe her my life.
Then
visions can be strange and powerful. What did you see?
I was climbing a mountain, a lion and a snake upon my back, weighing me down. I struggled, and Soma appeared, and she eased my burden. When we reached
the Sega
peak,
Saturn was
hardly enough room
interesting.
To
I vividly remember the Sega Saturn.
There, gripping one another.
The Sega Saturn just came out, right?
Obsessed. The gods are with us
so this
always.
was what, 90?
I see it as my duty to shelter Soma from
96.
What do you think of the others?
94. So 95. 95, we'll say.
If a little enthusiastic. And Birna, well, Birna thinks of life as a grand joke. She was a smuggler when Soma pulled her from the muck, making
we'll say 95. And
is part of my clan.
What was the Sega Saturn's original price? I want to say it was like $500, wasn't it?
But she has no care for her destiny.
400. This thing is $400 in 1995. That's a ton of. That's a lot of money in 1995 for a video game console. Right. So we were at Kmart because in Ohio in 1995 there was no such thing as Walmart. It was Kmart and JCPenney and Sears. So I remember it was me, her, and my old man, and we went to Kmart. And I could honestly draw you the layout of the Kmart. I can't tell you where any of the other stuff in that Kmart was, but I can still, to this day, draw the floor plan and exactly where the video games were. Because back then, video games weren't locked behind a glass case. You could literally pick them up and throw them into your cart and walk away. So when we went, I always asked to go to the game section. Whether I was going to get a game or not was whatever. I always wanted to look at the games because I wanted to look at them. It was fun to grab a cover, read the back, like it was enjoyable for me. And I remember we went to the video game section and there were a few Sega Saturn games out. 3 Dirty Doors, Astral, Space Jam. Like I was big into Space Jam because I loved Michael Jordan. Things like that. And I was miffed because Space Jam was only out for the Sega Saturn. It wasn't out for anything else. So I was like, oh man, I really want to play this Space Jam game. So my mom, my mom wanted to play 3 Dirty Doors, Astral, and all these other games because they looked badass, and they are badass. Without missing a beat, she literally grabbed the Sega Saturn and like 3 or 4 games, took it to layaway and put a down payment on it immediately without even consulting my dad. Right? Without even consulting him. And mind you, like this is like before credit cards were a big thing too. Like they're still using checks and shit. So she puts it on layaway with all the games. And as a kid, I'm excited, right? Because it's like, oh shit, Sega Saturn, cool. And I'm like, you know, but she would go back every week and like she would chip away at the layaway thing, and then eventually, like I remember coming home from school and it just being there, and she was playing 3 Dirty Dwarfs on it. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to play this. And needless to say, I didn't get to play the Sega Saturn very much until my parents divorced. Which would be 2 or 3 years later. So I didn't get to play the Sega Saturn all that much. But I have it. It's in my room. It needs a new battery. But so we have the Sega Saturn, and my old man is livid. Like he is livid. He's just like, we don't have money to keep buying this kind of stuff, and blah 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 blah, and trying to teach my mom like the meaning of money and etc etc etc. And I remember her telling my dad, don't worry about it, you know, we can always just ask my parents for money. And my dad is just like, absolutely not, you know, because my mom doesn't understand the value of a dollar. So so we have this Sega Saturn that I think I touched like twice while they were together. You know, so okay, whatever. And then they divorce, split. Mom runs off. Who knows where the fuck she goes? Basically abandons me at 10. Doesn't tell anyone where she's going. So now it's just like the old man and I. And I remember I got the N64. I don't remember when I got it though. I remember getting it, but I don't remember when I got it. I don't even remember if it came in the box, honestly. But I had one. Have one. Then I remember my mom got in touch with me like 3 or 4 years later and asked me what I wanted for Christmas. And I told her a PlayStation. And I magically had a PlayStation in the mail. It was I remember it. It's the used big Gen 1 PS1. Came with one controller, no games. Came with all the hookups, but no games. It was a used PS1 that was thrown in a cardboard box and sent to me. And the first game I ever bought for the PS1 was Final Fantasy VII. And I played the piss out of that game. Then, when I was 14, 15? When did the original Xbox come out? No, it's Xbox 360. I typed in original Xbox release date and it gave me the 360. Jesus. 2001. I would have been 14. Yeah. I would have been 14. And I remember Christmas time. I opened up the box and it was the fucking Xbox, and I didn't know much about gaming stuff at 14 years old, which is weird, I know. But when I ripped open the Xbox and I saw Halo, I was like, whoa, holy shit, you know, with an extra controller. And this is I have very, very, very few between memories of my old man playing video games. And I shit you not, when I opened up that Xbox, hooked it up to the TV, him and I played Halo 1 from start to finish on Legendary together in co-op. And honestly, that is the best memories I have with my old man around that age. Because otherwise, my old man and I were screaming at each other and pushing each other around because we did not get along. And I played the Xbox quite a bit. I played a lot of Halo. Then my mother caught wind of it. Then my mother caught wind of it and sent me a PlayStation 2. Now, remember, the PS1 came in a cardboard box with just the PS1, one controller, and hookups, right? She sent me a PS2 with the console and the hookups. No controller, no games. So I just had a base fucking PS2 console. Just, here you go, here's a PS2. Figure the fucking rest of it out, basically, because she's fucking useless. And the PS2, mind you, was, she bought it from one of her friends, which I'm assuming it was stolen. So I think that's why I just didn't have a lot to it. But yeah, I got a base PS2 console with the hookups, no controller, no games. So I'm just like, cool, I have a PS2, but I can't fucking play it. And the first game I bought for the PS2 was, what's it? It was either Juiced or Here Comes the Pain, a wrestling game. Juice is a racing game. Oh man. But that would be like well after I've owned the console and shit. Another good memory I have is buying the Game Boy Color. So I bought a Game Boy Color when they first came out, and my old man made a deal with me where if I made the honor roll, he would split it 50-50 with me. So I'd have to save my allowance and make the honor roll. And he would split it 50-50. Then I held up my end of the bargain. I made the honor roll, which was the only time I ever did it when I lived in Ohio. And I saved up enough allowance to pay for half of the Game Boy. And I remember he bought the Game Boy and I gave him my half, and he's like, they didn't have the black one that you wanted, so here's the purple one. And I was like, I don't give a shit. I didn't. I had a Game Boy Color, and I was ecstatic. Two AA batteries, instead of 4. Yeah, my allowance was I didn't have a set allowance per week. It was how much stuff I did that week. So it wasn't like a set $5 a week. Here's your allowance. It was how much stuff did you do that week? Did you do nothing? Well, you don't get anything. So see, I never got money for report cards because I never got good grades. So, but yeah, and that would be the end of any new consoles until college. But yeah, I would get allowance. Yeah, like clean around, like I cleaned up the house, do the dishes, take out the trash, mow the lawn. I'd get maybe $10 for doing that in a week, right? A lot of the times what I did was I would ask my dad's friends, be like, hey, can I shovel your sidewalk or can I mow your grass? And they'd pay me to do it for them. That's a lot of times that's what I did as a kid. It's like a lot of my money came from doing stuff for other people. Yeah, I used to do that too in high school.
We are a curse visited upon them all.
Leave no house unburnt.
This is what they get for helping.
Ooh, burning houses.
Ran Grand Bridge from Soma.
For licking Elderman Wickman? Spoots.
We don't need no water, let the motherfucker burn. Where do you think you're going, Chief? We ain't ringing anything. Get your ass down. Ring the bell now, dummy.
Strike for Christ!
I press the wrong button. But yeah, that was basically my childhood. A lot of broken home. A lot of broken home. Eat. Well, that fire did not spread very well, did it? There it goes.
I'll ring the bell.
What bell? There ain't no bell to ring, stupid. It's bell ringing, dummy.
Keep walking.
Life story told by Gaming Cock. No, I can, my life story is not very happy. on a bell? There ain't no bell to ring, idiot.
God won't let us lose.
I'm like, oh, where the hell's the bell at? Fucking clown. I didn't realize I grabbed the axe in midair. That was awesome. Here. Oh, they want me to burn down the house? Burn down a house. Pretty good at burning down houses.
Smell of burning roof thatch.
Stay quick.
Go, boys. What's going on back here? Let's go. Missed a house.
Now that was something. Wickman is sure to take notice.
You stamped and roared like a fiery Surtur himself, marching through the flames of Muspelheim. I'll see you back home, Drengar.
Cool. And rough. Divorced parents. I'm like catching up after our story. Divorced parents are fine if one of the parents like actually fucking cares about you. The only reason I got the PlayStation 1 and the PS2 was literally because she wanted to one-up my old man. That was the only reason I got them. Like she never called me. She never wrote me letters.
Gets longer, the
she
nails
never
grow,
did anything
even
for
when
me.
The corpse is cold. I've seen it myself.
That's not true.
You think what? There's a bit of Eivor, my
I had to
friend.
convince her
There's
to come to my high school
Wigman's men just
graduation.
here. We're going to pick it clean.
Every last one.
The fewer lice in the bush, the less itchy the pussycat. That's how I see it.
How did you come to join Zoma's army?
I'd been in England for ages before Guthrum, Ivar, Ubba. smuggling under the eyes of Saxons and Danes alike. I lied, stole, had my nose broken. Life wasn't easy, but it taught me how to bear the pain. I just laughed it away. When Soma took me in, she saw more than a smuggler in me. I was useful to something greater than myself. Useful to her vision.
In a world where few saw you as worthy of trust, she's one who did.
Right. And I love that about her. I love everything about her.
You seem to bring life and spirit to this clan. Does Soma feel the same?
If I knew what was going on in another person's head, I'd find life dreadful and dull. But Soma seems to enjoy my company.
In what way?
Her own way. Just not in the way I'd like. Painful truths are easy to bear when you can laugh, you see. Delight in the face of suffering is an act of rebellion.
What do you think of Soma's other warriors? Galen and Leaf?
Oh, Leaf's got that raw animal pull. Every time I see him, I want him to climb me like a tree and nest in my armpits. He brays about being honorable, but I've never met a man of honor who starts a fire just to be praised for putting it out. And Galen, he broods like it's an art form. He's got this self-importance that is just so charming.
We could talk all day, but these Saxons may fly from their nest.
You and I should take a closer look. My men will hang back and come running if things go sideways.
So, like, to give you a sense of, like, how my mom is. Not was, is. She's still like this. When I was a kid, you know, my old man wasn't home very much. He was always at work. Like I said, the man worked like 2 or 3 jobs and was in the Air Force to try and make ends meet. So my old man wasn't home very much at all, and when he was home, he was sleeping. So me being 6 to 10 years old, I learned how to cook and fend for myself between the ages of 6 and 10 because my mom would up and leave for hours on end and almost the entire day, leave me alone in the house for me to basically figure out how to live. Because she didn't cook, she didn't clean, she didn't do anything. She was all about her. She wanted to be with her friends, she went out with her friends. She wanted to spend a shit ton of money, she spent a shit ton of money. It was always about her. So I would be left home alone a lot as a young kid. So that's a lot of it. It's how I learned how to, you know, live on my own because of that. Then when I was 10, she just up and left. When my parents divorced, she didn't tell anyone where she was going. She just up and left. And then she'd get a hold of me when I was 13 and get a hold of me again when I was 16. And then we wouldn't talk again until I was 18. When I was 18, I was like, hey, I can give you a ticket to come to my high school graduation. Do you want to come? She's like, well, I don't know. She's like, what am I going to do with the dog? Your only kid is graduating high school. Only happens once in a lifetime. I am asking you to come to my high school graduation. I don't ask you for very much because I don't get to talk to you very much. So like I asked her again, I was like, I can reserve you a ticket for my high school graduation. She's like, okay, I'll figure it out. Okay. So she comes up and you know, she comes up and it's like, okay, we do the mom son thing, right? At least try to. And then she literally leaves like the next day. College comes around. Like, so then at this point we stopped talking again. College comes around. I finished my first year of college. And she's like, hey, do you want to come out to California? And I was like,
need any good mice?
Well, yeah, sure, but I don't have money for a plane ticket. Just because I'm a poor college kid. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll pay it for you. I was like, oh, okay. Then yeah, I love to go out to California. I got to California. I spent a week out there with her. And honestly, like, you put her and I side by side in a room, you would never know that she was my mother because we are so different. And I don't act like her son, and she does not act like my mom. So most of the days she got intoxicated to the point where she couldn't drive. So she's like, "Hey, can you drive me to the store? I need to pick up smokes and some more booze." I am 19 years old, and I'm like, I have never driven in California. Mind you, Oxnard, California, which is like a little bit north of LA. There's a ton of people in Oxnard, California. I'm like, sure. I'm not comfortable doing this, but sure. So, a lot of times I would drive my drunken mother to the store. Yeah, okay, yeah, 45 minutes. It's closer to... Yeah. But, regardless, there's a ton of people in Oxnard. So, I would end up driving my drunken mother to places for her to get cigarettes and shit. Most of the time I was on vacation. And then... And then I'd get home, and then we wouldn't talk. Our communication again literally stopped. We wouldn't talk again until, oh Christ, we wouldn't talk again until my grandmother passed away. So my grandmother, who used to watch me a lot in Ohio, had a lot of health issues. She had cirrhosis of the liver because it just runs in the family. High blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, the whole 9 yards. So I remember that ain't it. So I remember when my grandmother got really sick, my mom called and was like, "Hey, you need to come back to Ohio because grandma's sick and she's not gonna last much longer." I'm like, well, I'll try, but I can't guarantee anything that I can get back to Ohio right now. Because I literally just started a new job, so I had no money at all. Like, this is after college now. I just started a new job, I have no money. I barely have a working vehicle. Like, I have nothing. Like, my life is not together at all yet. And she keeps telling me, she's like, "You need to go see grandma. Grandma this, grandma that." It's like, yes, I understand. But there's a chance I'm not going to make it. You know? So, but I would call my grandmother. Whether she was in the hospital or not, I would call my grandmother, and we would talk for however long she could talk for. So I get a phone call like 5 in the morning. Mom's like, "Hey, grandma passed away." Okay, give me the details. This is in 2015. I just looked up the obituary. So I haven't talked to my mom from 2008 ish, 2007, 2008 to 2012, 2013. So 4 or 5 years. Then she's telling me my grandma's sick and everything else. So then my grandma passes away in 2015. So, you know, she gives me a call. She's like, "Hey, it's like, hey, grandma passed away." Okay, well, give me some details here. Like, when's the funeral? When's the showing? Like, what's going on? Like, I need details. Like, I understand it's tough for you, but I need details so I can try and get out there. So she tells me everything. So I'm like, all right, I'll see what I can do. At this point, I had a little bit of my life together, but not completely. So I go into work, and I tell my boss, I'm like, hey, I need to take a few days off. My grandmother passed away. I need to go fly into Pittsburgh. Okay, yep. I think I took a week off of work. So I fly into Pittsburgh. Mom picks me up, and the first thing that comes out of her mouth, she's like, wow, the last time you and I talked and hung out, you were scrawny and skinny. Now look at you. I'm like, yeah, the last time we hung out, I was 19 years old and 190 pounds. I am now 2015. 27 years old now. You know, like, there's a big difference. Big time window there. So go through the whole funeral thing and this and that, whatever. And then I'm about to hop on, I'm about to go back to the airport and fly home. And she's like, all right, yeah, I have all this stuff here. I'll send it to you whenever it gets pressed and done. I still to this day haven't seen any of that stuff. That's whatever I was able to bring home from the funeral. So then a few years later, so from that time, once Grandma's funeral was done, my mom and I again stopped talking. Until 2017, when my grandfather passed away, so her dad. So when my grandfather passed away, she calls me at 3 p.m. at work, out of the ordinary, and goes, hey, Grandpa, or she goes, hey, Pat passed away. And I wasn't surprised. I knew he was in bad shape. I was like, all right, well, that sucks. I'm like, give me the details and I will try and go out and for the funeral. She's like, don't bother. She's like, we're doing the showing tomorrow and the funeral's the day after. I was like, what? I was okay. So, all right.
Fighting beside you should bring a thrill. Happy I can see it up close.
I was like, okay, well,
close.
Can you like
your eye or bruise your head.
send me stuff or do something for me? So like, I don't know. Like, I feel bad not being there, but it sounds like you just don't want me there. So I just like, all right. Like, I was just thrown off. So I was like, okay, well, let me know what I can do. So I did the whole flower thing, right? Like, to get the flower stuff and everything else there, and I tried to do what I could.
Get back here and face me!
But I was very much not welcomed at that funeral. So, things pass, right? Everything passes, and my mom calls me, and she's like, "Hey, she's like, hey, Pap left you stuff in the will." I was like, "Yep, I know." Because Pap talked to me about it in the past. I was like, "Yeah, I know." She's like, "All right, well, I need you to come here and pick it up." That's not going to happen. Like, I am not going to fly out to Pittsburgh to pick up the select things that my grandfather left me. Like, it's your responsibility to deliver this to me. Like, it's up to you to deliver this. She's like, well, it's not my responsibility, it's yours because you're the grandson. I'm like, what? Like, no. So we had this argument back and forth. And I was like, all right, well, here. What did my grandfather leave me? And she told me. I was like, okay, well, here's how you can get this stuff to me securely. She's like, all right, I'll go do it tomorrow. It's been three years and I still haven't seen this stuff. And she refuses to talk to me now too. I have actively tried to have a conversation with her multiple times. Text message, Snapchat, you name it. I have tried multiple times to have a conversation with her, but she won't talk to me. So I haven't talked to my mom in 3 or 4 years. Because she's a rude individual. What's up, concert? That fucking. Makes no effort to come out and see me. See, for me, it wasn't even so much like the effort. It was just the fact that, like, in like, the sad part is, like, the 23 years, you know, since my parents divorced, she hasn't changed at all. Like, she is still just a super selfish human being that just feeds off of other people, and it upsets me so much. And the shitty part is that she's good at manipulating people, so people fall for her shit, and it drives me absolute bonkers. How do I get up there? Yeah, I'm talking about my mother and how she's just a worthless human being. There we go. Like, my father was no saint, but at least he made an attempt.
Work with me.
Nice camera angle there, bro. He's better in the sense that he made an attempt. Like I said, he's no saint either, but he at least tried. Not expecting that door to be open.
Spread out. We have this.
Damn it. Too slow. Yeah, an effort is better than none. True story on that. Weird boy.
Won't survive, fool.
Back up here. We're dead. Shoot at me again, see what happens. My quick draw with this bow, don't mess with me. See ya. Who's left? Oh, this guy's going down. Oh, he's going down. Told you.
Ah, the solitude of after slaughter. Shame about the smell, though. Men shitting themselves.
Hope all's been well with me. They're getting better. They're getting better. I had a lot of issues.
You fought very well, Vienna.
Is that how you flirt, Eivor?
Is that how I what?
No, a lot of
Easy
people
now,
had
dang
problems
it.
in 2020,
I'll see you
so
back in Grand Bridge.
I try not to bitch about it all that much. But yeah, no, 2020 was rough. But we're breaking through. I hope all has been well with you, Conster. But yeah, we're making a breakthrough. We're trying to see the light a bit better. Let's see. So they don't care about melee resistance all that much. Or health would be good. Melee damage right there. Do a lot of heavy attacks. That's a Danax, right? Or is it stun? Stun might not be better. I'm hitting still. Oh, that would be action. Heavy resistance. About to slap this shit on. We're at 120 power now? Hell yeah. But I have this new shield. Holy fuck. Just right over 100. We have to get out of here first, though. Upside. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da. Miss hanging out with yeah, I miss hanging out with my friends too, just in general. I was talking to a friend a few weeks ago, and I was telling them that I haven't had any social interaction since March of 2020. Like, the only quote-unquote social interaction I've had is the people I bump into at Target. And by bump into, I mean, like, literally, like, brush against, because people don't do the whole 6-foot thing. Like, that's the only, like, human contact I've had since March of 2020. I haven't seen my friends in person. I haven't seen my coworkers. Like, I've literally not had any.
As a hailstorm. You cannot be allowed to keep spewing.
Thought you were back in the office
Did you sail through
again.
a storm? You never
I
mentioned.
was. No one else was.
Eivor, a fine
I
day for
was.
being out now.
It was is the key word, but I don't need to be now. Hopefully HGDQ 2022 will
Someone said
be
I
a
would
live
find you here,
event.
Leaf. What's your
No,
plan?
SGDQ
We're ridding the world
2021
of
will
a
not
priest
be
who
a live
spouts
event.
praise for the Elderman and funnels tithes
Yep,
into
I was in an
Wickman's
empty
coffers.
office.
So the plan is this. We sneak in, gut the priest, and return to Soma. That will get Wickman steaming.
Yep. I was working in an empty office. That
How did you come to
once
join Soma's
housed
army?
40
We
employees.
came to England together, sailing under Guthrum. The Great Summer Army, the Saxons called us. When Guthrum left for Wessex, Soma stepped forward to lead. Something I would have liked to do myself.
What would you do if you were the Jarl of Grandbridge?
I would run the city in my own way. I would not give Birna and Galen's opinions equal weight.
Do you not trust them?
I wouldn't say that.
I honestly don't
It's
think we'll
more,
have a live event
Birna's boots are
until
stuck in the mud, and Galen's are in the sky.
2023.
If death were bearing down upon us, I worry neither would have what it takes to carry us through.
You were there when Guthrum made Soma the steward of Grandbridge. How did that feel?
Good fortune for her. When
I'm
Soma
curious
took
how they're
home,
going to do the
silver
event as
started
well,
flowing
too.
and the people started dancing. She knows
Because
straight. I do wish I'd been
with
bold enough
COVID,
to put
right,
myself
are
forward.
they going
to take on
to
the burden
require
and
you
honor
to
of
show
running a
proof
city.
that you were vaccinated?
But that's beside the point. Soma is my Jarl's corner, and I'm her sworn man. No act of any god will change that.
As a master shipbuilder, what does your work require?
Patience and love. I know each
I'm
of
down
our
with it as
vessels
well.
as a parent knows their child. But building ships needs silver
Yeah,
too.
show proof
The
of test
hard
and
wood,
vaccination.
tough fabrics,
I'm fine
expensive
with
paints.
that.
The
Don't get
yellow
me
I
wrong.
use, for instance, that must be imported. A high price for a happy
Oh,
color.
do they?
I'm certain
Didn't
that's
know
why
that.
someone stole my paint some weeks ago. Blasted thief.
I'm in phase 3 to get a vaccination.
Good conversation, Leif. Now let's take down Wickman's man.
Too right, too right. Wickman's whelp awaits his reward.
I didn't know they gave you a card.
My warriors will
Yeah,
distract the
I'm in
Saxon
phase
forces at the
3
gate.
for
You and
vaccination,
I will find the priest.
which is the last phase. As a young, healthy adult, I do not qualify for the first 2 phases, and I'm not a healthcare worker, so I don't qualify for the first 2 phases, which is fine. I'd rather them figure out the vaccine before I... Oh, rude. Oh, they rung the bell.
You out! Oh, this is how I like it. None of this running around nonsense. Getting tired.
I don't see vaccination stuff doing much until people fucking understand how to handle the goddamn vaccine. Honestly. Like the fact that we had a doctor in Wisconsin literally just like ruin, what was it, like 800 doses of vaccine? Like, oh, we're dropping frames. Yeah, it looks like we're stable now. We just dropped like 4,000 frames rapid fire. Yeah, I know he's getting charged, but fucking still though, dude. Like, and on top of that, like we were supposed to have out 20,000 doses of vaccine by the end of 2020, and we only got out like, what was it, 2,000 doses? Like, I don't know. Pretty up in the air with how this whole vaccine thing is getting handled. I honestly don't even think Biden's gonna be able to fix it much better. I don't like it's what the vaccine, how the vaccine is handled right now in the U.S. I don't even consider it an issue with the government. I think it's just an issue with our healthcare in general. Like I don't think it's an issue with the government and how they're pushing it out. I think it's how our medical system is handling it. Say, why is that house not burning yet? Dude, you should come to friggin' Minnesota, man. Where everyone's hiring restaurant employees right now.
This place is heavily guarded. Every food place here is hiring for Wickman's priest is in the church.
Restaurant employees. All right, team. How do we want to approach this? You can shoot this idiot right in the head. You probably could at the nicer restaurants. Well, you don't have to worry. What is our COVID rate right now? Our COVID rate here in Minnesota is actually, I think we flatlined again. Let's see. Where's my situation report link there? Yeah, we're starting to flatline again. We're starting to plateau again. Like Minnesota's actually been decently well. 21%. COVID rate is 21%. Ours is, I don't even know where to find that. Excuse me. Restaurants here restaurants and gyms were the highest percentage of catching COVID here, because that's just the nature of that work, right? But we're a Midwest state, and it's cold and no one wants to be here, so. We have Wisconsin, Iowa, Dakota plays that come in, but like our governor recently just, oh, that sucks for that guy, man. Like our governor recently just opened up dining again, outdoor dining, mind you, outdoor dining in January it's 15 degrees outside. 15 Fahrenheit. Whatever that is in Celsius. Negative what, 12, I think. Which is awesome to see, because we made these little igloo, like heat igloos outside, now like these heat bubbles outside. It's fucking cool, honestly. It's super neat. I can pop that guy right in the dome. Boom. You can go to Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't give a shit. They didn't close down the restaurants at all. Yeah, Wisconsin didn't close down, period. That guy's tough.
Life is surely with us.
Did they not die? That guy's dead. Sounds like a good opportunity to try new things. Mashed potatoes, ice cream, frozen meatballs, and such. We have all of that. We have all of that. I mostly killed everyone. Virginia's pretty bad. Wisconsin is bad too.
Look at this structure.
So Wisconsin is interesting because the governor wants to shut things down.
Are you in the midst of a conversion leave?
But
shall I steal a small cross for you as well?
The government won't let him.
Never.
So
can the craftsmen rule over other crafts?
God, what is it now?
Stuck there, bud. Hey, you need a mask. I haven't had to yell at anyone to wear a mask. Like I wouldn't either. I mean, I wouldn't yell at them. They want to live their life, they can live their life, but...
Lord Wigmund of Walden carries with him the blessings of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
But most people I've ran into have been very,
pagan cannibals. Our
asshole.
This priest's lies will not poison the Shire anymore. We should leave.
We ain't leaving yet, I need a key. Like, we definitely have people that don't wear masks here, right? Like, everywhere does. But for the most part, people are pretty respectable, at least where I live. That was the point of this key then. Open that door. Worthless. Oh yeah, I got a new ability. What do I get? Incendiary powder trap. Well, I'm gonna need that. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty fortunate where I am. Like, everyone where I live is pretty. Everyone where I live is kind of old, and equally terrified of the virus as they ought to be. So, we don't have much issues with like the anti-maskers that we're in the town that I live in. The people that pose the biggest threat in the town that I live in are the Karens. I've gotten Karens twice this year, or within since COVID. Yeah, I've gotten Karen twice since COVID, and I'm pretty sure that Karen wishes to never see my face again. Where the hell did Lift go? Thief. They ought to be. It's a major place to catch COVID. One of my friends caught. One of my friends caught COVID at her grandfather's retirement home.
God! Justice awaits, coward!
Then she spent the next like 2 weeks in the hospital. ICU. Retirement communities have a high Rilla. What?
Well struck. We made short work of Wickman's
Let me wrap
band.
my head around this one real
That
quick.
we did. You've proven yourself an asset to us. I'll see you back in Grand Bridge.
I get that old people are frail, so they're more prone to bleed if they get hurt, right? Is this like the blood not cleaned up well enough? Or am I just really off in left field on that? It's interesting to think about. The retirement communities have a high STD. Because there's no way the old people are getting down, right? I mean, they could be, but I wouldn't think that's the case. In a retirement home. I mean, they could be, and good for them if they are. Dude, imagine getting the clap at like 75 years old. Having to go to the doctor for it. Having to go to the doctor for it. And being with either your nurse or with either your nurse or your children, and being like, hey, I got the clap at 75 years old. Oh, holy shit. Well, I'm 75 years old. That's my goal when I'm 75 now. Oh, retirement house neighborhoods. I thought you were talking about retirement homes. That's still in Golem. I don't give a shit. Not rapping with metapods. That's okay. Yeah. All right. That makes more sense than how I was imagining it. I'm gonna get this tattoo pattern. I like my scenario way more.
You'll get nothing out of me. Nothing.
Insects like you will not be crawling out of the muck.
I can't get the idea of telling my children that I got the clap at 75 years old.
Insects like you would not be crawling out of the muck if Wigman wasn't hurt. Insects like you would not be.
I have a life goal. Oh, holy shit. Climb the fucking tree. Where's this thing going? I had some tears in the corner of my eyes even from that. God damn, that's good. On a string. Dude, could you imagine the blue pills that'd be just getting handed out left and right there? Be a fucking Pez dispenser on the nightstand that's just full of Cialis. Got a Cialis dispenser on the night table. God damn it, that's good.
Eivor, the plan worked. One of Wigman's captains caught him sniffing around Euroli Ponte. Remember, you don't need to kill him. Have fun. I'll be planning our next move in the Longhouse.
You go into the bathroom and instead of there being a condom vending machine, it would just be a vending machine with various different amounts of male enhancements that you pop in a couple quarters to turn the knob to get it.
Godless heathens. Grambridge is a province of Lord Wigman of Walden. The city is rightfully his.
Poor soldier. Doesn't know what heathens do to men of God like him. Hasn't heard the stories, it seems.
We can
Like
educate
an erotic
Look at those ham
business
hands.
plan.
Make
Hey.
a nice pair of gloves.
And his heart. A heart that beats in a lad like this. Feed a family of 6 for a week.
Old people need love too, man.
Let's cut his throat now and water the orchards with his blood.
There's a business
No, sweet
opportunity
Lord, no,
there. We just
no.
gotta find it.
He's on the Isle of Ely, Ealdorman Wigmund, in the monastery, I swear.
Thought that would take till the next morn. Let's tie him up and let him rot away.
Oh, fucking Dane halfwits! The Lord will smite you from this land, all of you! May God have mercy on...
Well, that works. I was actually gonna let him live, but
That home-thieving snake might have cast a curse on us. I couldn't risk it.
tech support to
don't
help
curse.
use the website.
Wigman's on the Isle of Ely. I'll tell Soma what we've learned.
Instead of having like the wall dispenser, because you think about like when you go to like certain bars and clubs and whatnot, if you go into the men's bathroom, they have a wall dispenser for condoms, right? And you pop in however much it is, twist the thing, and a condom pops out. Instead of having one of those, it would have to be one of the old-timey like cigarette vending machines, where you popped in like 25 cents and picked what pack of cigarettes you wanted from the vending machine. But instead of it being cigarettes, it'd be condom. Or no, it would be male enhancement stuff. God, holy shit. There's a business opportunity here.
Great Eivor. Let me join your crew.
Come,
Plunder
show me
and
your valor
glory.
in battle, and earn your place at the great table.
Dude, there's a business opportunity here. That's all I'm saying.
What did Wigmund's little man have to tell us?
Wickman is at the monastery on the Isle of Ely.
Hiding among the church mice. I'll need to plan our attack. But I won't face him while the traitor he commands is still under my roof. So what have you learned?
Birna is in love with you. Unanswered love is a volcanic emotion.
Birna has always been unpredictable. But she's a warrior grown. She does not let her emotions guide her actions.
Birna used to be a smuggler, hardly an honorable life.
There is honor among even the lowliest of men. Danes know that better than most.
Leif wishes he had stepped up to lead, and to be where you are now.
Leif has a celebrated place in my clan. As a shipbuilder, he is without peer, and he knows I know this.
Leif disagrees with how you run Grantbridge.
This city thrives under me, as a bustling port for his longships, for instance.
Leif told me his yellow paint had been stolen.
Yellow is a troublesome color to make. He was upset when his stores were stolen.
I found an empty barrel of yellow paint beside a longboat launch. Yellow paint was used to mark a boat the night of the attack.
An odd time for a fresh coat of paint. But that's his work, is it not?
Garland puts his visions above everything, to the point of fanaticism.
Visions are like clouds. Each person sees a different meaning in the
Oh
shape.
boy.
And Galen sees an important meaning.
See, guys, we can just start a business together.
Garland told me he was near death when you found him and saved his life.
Yes. People thought him cursed. He was adrift in deep water.
We can even open a
But
restaurant
don't
up
we
in
all
there
deserve a
too,
guide back
so they
to
can
the
have that
shallows?
romantic dinner beforehand.
That's all the evidence I think we need.
You've been thorough. Who is the traitor?
Funded by porn. I want nothing to do with that.
Leif betrayed you.
Are you certain? This will be the hardest thing I have ever done. Stay close by me, Eivor. I will
We can
lead
have
you.
2 types of buffets, because old people love buffets. Right. Old people love buffets. You have to have 2 types of buffets. You'd have to have the puree buffet, and then the solid food buffet.
How do you plan to deal with this?
As a leader must.
Because we have to understand that an old person might bring in a young person because they're a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. So we have to be prepared for that.
My family, my inner circle. Today we make sure what has happened to us will never happen again. We end Wigmund's life. But not all together. For you cannot survive the winter with a rat in your larder. Leif. You have betrayed me, Leif.
Soma, that's not true.
A grown man should have a better grasp of his jealousy. It must not drive him to madness and destruction. But with you, every one of our warriors, our slaughtered people are dead because you could not be where I am now.
I have only ever served you, Soma. I would never betray my clan, my family. I am a man of honor.
And ambition. Wigman took you from us long before I ever raised my blade. Clear the body.
See, we gotta be prepared.
I feel as if I have torn off my own arm.
Wigman deserves death, but killing him won't make your family whole again.
You think I don't know? This is for those who follow. To join me is to take an oath. To break it is to suffer. We make camp on the outskirts of the Isle of Ely. Join us there.
We're talking about,
She carries the weight of leadership on one shoulder and the bonds of her people on the other.
We're talking
Now that
about
she's lost
opening
one,
up an
she
old
walks
folks home
It will take years of toil to
that
rebuild
has
those bonds with her people. Yet she is unburdened now.
boner pills in the bathroom.
Lighter. She is a leader, not a friend, Eivor. Her mistake was thinking she could be both.
Essentially what we're talking about. I guess that retirement communities are big for STDs, and I took that as retirement homes, and that's how we got to that. I'm pretty okay with this conversation so far. Yep. Oh man.
I sometimes think Reda makes these up each morning just to keep us all busy.
Actually, don't want this
Come back
contract.
any time.
I actually wanted to shop. I'm actually gonna pop over. Available at the exotic goods shop. Signborn. Yeah, then we were talking about an open business opportunity. Now we can open up a restaurant in the old folks' home because old people, you know, are traditional, and it had to be a buffet style restaurant, and they would have to have like that nice classy meal before getting on. So you have to have a restaurant in the old folks' home. And we have to have two different types of buffets. A puree for those of them that don't have teeth and have a hard time digesting food. Then we'd have a solid food buffet for those of them that can do, you know, solid foods, or if they bring in a younger counterpart. It's all planned out. We'd have to put a button on the night table as well too, just in case like something got broken. And I'm not talking like a bed frame or anything. I'm talking like a hip. Like we'd have to put a button on the night table that if like a hip got broken or something, they can just reach over and press it, and then we would just know that something bad happens. We'd send a staff member up there, right?
Good to see you.
Dude, just wait till this Let's Play gets put on YouTube. It's gonna be good shit.
What do you have today?
We got you. Garbo. All right.
I will see you later, friend.
Go with your gods.
Oh, do they? Well, there we go. Well, shit, that's already built in. Fuck. We're already halfway there, man. We're already halfway there. The buttons are just a normal thing. Shit. I have enough resources to build another building.
The area, Sunan.
If I do, I'm with the haircut. Damn, I don't. Would we have to rubberize the edges of furniture so if they bumped into it, they wouldn't bruise as easy? We have to put anti-tipping stuff on the furniture as well, too. Just in case they like lean on the dresser and it falls on them. We'd have to have an anti-tipping stuff on the furniture. Alright, so here's what we do then, guys, alright? Since I know nothing about nursing at all, and I don't want to learn anything about nursing, we need to partner with a nurse. Yeah, we're just gonna put grip tape on everything. We'll get some black magic grip tape from the skateboard shop when this grip tape everything. It'll be fine. We'll grip tape the shower and everything. It'll be perfectly fine. We'll grip tape the rugs too. Because they make different colored grip tape. So we can make a grip tape rug for them.
That traitor is lost in hell by now.
They will have the lost souls of the dead to answer to.
Here's what we got. We just gotta partner up with a nurse.
You're still with me through all this. Do not think I'll forget.
Grip tape in the shower. It'll be fine.
We all need someone in dark times.
Yeah, we gotta partner with a nurse that understands old people,
At the
stuff
first
like
sign
that.
of trouble, my crew
We'll
will
have
jump
that
in.
covered too. I'm good at the furniture side of things because that's what I do for a living. You would be good at the food part of things. We just have to partner up with a nurse. And literally, like, this adventure is done. So the conversations like these make me do not care for the elderly like most of my mothers. Yeah. I enjoy conversations like these. They're so silly. Like being a waiter, except everyone hates you. Alright, well, we'll find a very unlikable person that's a waiter, and they can be the nursing person. Look, I'm telling you, like, we just need to find a third to figure out the nursing part of stuff, alright?
If they see me, this will get messy.
Once we got the third, it is open game. Wanted to be a nurse, but I can name you. I've actually thought about going to medical school, not to become a nurse, but to get into medical technology. To get into medical IT. I have very seriously thought about going to medical school for it. I think it'd be super awesome. Yeah, I have a few friends that are nurses. A cousin that's a nurse. How was it? Oh, I got him. Okay, we're good. Are you ready for this? Fucking smoked them, boys. Let's go. Those are long shots, man. Holy smoke. Not short shots. Any arrows up here? Nope. Alright. I need some arrows. We're open. Oh, force open.
Hey,
Holding hot,
come here a
boys.
moment.
Hang on. It does hold a fine size.
You'll die in agony, back out.
You can't kill me, Soma. Not truly, for what I am, unkillable.
Yeah, one of my good friends. One of my good friends works at Mayo. He's a AI. What the hell does he do? What's his like actual title? I don't know what his actual title is, but basically he's the guy that sets up and tests and teaches doctors how to use like AI technology and like micro telescopic technology.
Stop the heathen! Raider! Vikinger! Stop him! He means to erase me, to banish me from your minds. Fight in my name. Die for me. Die for me.
A lot of nursing shortage right now.
That is no way to call for sacrifices.
Their lives for yours. Is that how it works?
Their lives meant nothing. No land, no riches, no titles. But my name will live on.
The reputation of a good man never dies. But your name will soon be a curse.
So be it. The riches I had in life gave me power. To curse me from beyond the grave gives me still more. Though I die, my order lives on elsewhere, everywhere. Yield to us. Give us what we are owed. The trade, the riches, the legacy, all of it. Yield! Yield! Yield!
If your hell is real, I'm glad you'll get to see it.
We should return to camp before I let go and burn this heap to the ground. Going forward, I must take care. Houses can be built anew. Crops will return with time, but trust, that will take longer to repair.
But you have a new friend and ally in me and my clan, Soma. The end of the storm is well in sight.
You're right. I know you're right. It's just... it's difficult to see that end when you're still in the storm's eye.
We're going. See this clown right here? Eat. Let's go. I'm stuck. I'm still stuck. In there. Nailed it. A lot of dead here. He was the traitor.
Garland, what are you doing?
We're at the mountain's peak, Soma. With room for one alone. So I claim this summit, Jarl's Corner. I claim Grand Bridge.
You fucking rodent, Galen. It was you. You let those Saxon insects into our home. You betrayed us.
It was preordained, Soma. Like the sunset. Like the bird's flight.
You coward. You let an innocent die in your place.
You have your sibling in the blood spring at your mercy. How could you waste your family so easily?
There is no river of blood deep enough to keep me from my destiny. Only one verse of this song remains. It is my destiny to rule. It is your destiny to die. All of you. We all have our one day.
Fucking owned.
You were mad and naked on the moors, and I folded you into my family. I trusted you.
As it was foretold. As it was seen.
Oh, that's a big. Yep, that's the big crossbow.
Get in there! Hit the dog bitch!
Your end is now.
There it is.
My vision has come to pass. I stand at the mountain peak.
You stand on the bodies of your brethren.
Yeah, quick that was, man. Hut. This is what happens when you're overpowered for the or over leveled for the quest.
How?
Such a heavy price to pay for one so vile.
I climbed to the peak of the mountain. To my destiny.
Your vision took you as far as the mountain's peak, but there was only room for one to stand. I am the one standing.
I mean, I could have just done the main quest through and through, but
Soma. My life in the lap of the gods. Please.
You live. Sweet gods among us, Birna, you're alive.
Galinn couldn't kill me. It is not my destiny.
Get this Drenger back to the longboats. We're going home.
Her wounds are severe, but not seeping. She will heal.
I should have guessed it was Galinn. If I had trusted my instincts, if I had dealt with all this alone, or discovered him sooner.
Galinn deceived us all. He was a practiced liar.
We killed the wrong warrior, Eivor. A terrible truth that tastes of soot and ashes. Do not think I blame you. I held the blade. The decision was my own. Now, I must explain myself to my people.
The cost of war is always high, and victory can be sour. But you have your city back, and Wickman is dead.
As may be all trust in me. After all, why should any trust me if I cannot trust my closest friends?
Trusting people by their words, their deeds, is as much as anyone can expect. But for you, it bit back like a rabid dog.
That's how I feel. Exactly.
So my ants? How do we get ants?
Thank you for standing at my side in this.
Why do I want ants?
You have my oath, and my arm in the battles to come, Eivor of the Raven Clan.
Good. One day I may need them.
Do any of you that do wow, that's weird. That does PS4, PS3, PS5 trophy stuff? Like, do you guys use like PSN profiles or true trophies or anything?
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi.
I started using PSN profiles recently. Kind of neat. I want to check out True Trophies next to see what that site looks like. But PSN profile seems to be pretty cool. It tells you like the percentage of like the people that have gotten the trophies and like your world rank and shit like that. You know, I used to not give a shit about trophies either. Until like the last like year or two. Then I started to get to the point where I try to platinum in 100% every game that I play now. Badge thing. Yeah, I might talk to Saber. I haven't talked to Z Saber in a while.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Rantry. Let's tell her the good news.
But do you use PSN Profile, Jedi, or do you use True Trophies? Do I want to upgrade any piece of gear? My skill points, so I have 2. Never heard of True Trophies. Apparently, it's like the same thing as True Achievements, which is the Xbox variant, but for PlayStation. PlayStation. I might restart. This gives me a nicer way to like
to
track
see what you have in
everything.
stock.
Like, I don't care like what my rank is,
Only a fool would pass this up.
but it is cool to see
You should buy that.
everything in one area.
I imported this
Because
with
even though
you in
PlayStation
mind.
does that, it kind of. The fact that I have to put my cursor to the side here and not hover over stuff so she can talk. I wish I could like recycle this. I wish this shit
Only a true warrior can pull that off.
I don't know what my rarest platinum is.
Done shopping for...
I must take my leave. So long.
Always a pleasure, Eivor.
My rarest trophies are Guitar Hero Live trophies because the servers are down and you can't get them in. According to my thing here. My rarest platinum is Master Assassin or Syndicate. That was on April 6th of 2020. That's apparently my rarest platinum. My rarest trophy is Meet the Bands. Unlock and watch all of the band profiles, videos of both festivals in Guitar Hero Live. That was back in 2015. And then my second rarest platinum is Fractured Butthole. Back in 2017. According to that website. RA. I don't know what RA is. Oh, retro achievement. I used to do retro achievement. Yeah, I've done a few streams for it. Legs and I actually made a script for it to pop up on stream whenever you unlock one.
Jarlskona Soma has pledged an oath.
Well done, Eivor. These early victories will pay off well.
Not everything went as planned.
Yeah, Legs and I made a script for OBS that whenever you unlocked an achievement in retro achievements, it would slide up on your stream like an Xbox
Have you
achievement.
spoke with Hytham about Vinland?
I have.
Good. I have marked it on the map with a bit of guesswork as to its location. Let me know when you wish to leave.
Then it would stay there. It would show you the last obtained achievement. Yeah, I 100% did.
At one time, the title Jarl referred to a man second
Trip
only to
World.
the king. But that use has softened.
Hidden Nikki, I think.
Now a Jarl may be a chief, a leader, or a man with broad
And-
wealth and influence.
The world is bigger now and broken into many pieces.
I forgot
Seems our language must do the same to keep up.
An interesting thought.
Jailbed, your father sent you here to learn, not teach.
Then you must start, Eivor. Give us a summary of our recent gains, for instance. The clan is thirsty for knowledge.
You want me to give a speech? Right.
Yeah, it's all community driven, so some of the achievements are kind of just dumb and whatever.
My friends, hearken to me, and hear a tale of triumph and toil. I have traveled far since we landed, and seen much on the roads and fields of this new England. And for all my travels, strong alliances have we gained. The Honorable Ceolwulf, King of Mercia, now calls us friend. And to the south, Soma Jarlskona and the Danes of Grandebridge have pledged their oath to us. By Sigurd's hand and my own, we have strengthened the ties of...
You see to yourself as Sigurd's equal in these tales of yours. Would Sigurd do the same if he were here?
I do not claim to be Sigurd's equal, but I will not shy from the triumphs I have fairly won, Dag. Let glory seek and find those who have earned it. If that means me, so be it. If that means you, any of you, all the better. And so I raise my horn, first to Sigurd, may he return to us soon, and to the Raven clan, the best of friends and fighters.
To Sigurd!
To Sigurd! May he return and relieve us of you!
And may all of you enjoy the ale
Dag is
as
going
much
to
as
die
Dag
in
has.
this game.
Skull!
You think me drunk, Eivor? Would it soften my blows if I was?
Your words are blunt enough, but it would explain your boldness.
My eyes are clear and open, and I see
Dag
before
was
me
never a
one
homie with
eager
Ivor.
to claim a piece of Sigurd's glory.
There's enough glory in the world to go around for all who earn it, and I have no doubt how much I am owed.
Just as I thought. You're...
Attackers from the river! They look to be Danes!
Danes? How many?
Too many. Now come, the battle roars already.
Bloody
Yeah, no,
curse.
Dag was
What
never a
quarrel
homie.
have Danes with us?
Those who can fight, take up your weapons. All others stay here.
I have a feeling
With
Dag
me!
and Ivor are going to get into it, and Dag is not going to live. I'll shave that peach fuzz right off his face.
For Ravenclan!
Or Raven Clan.
There's nothing for you here but death!
is happening. There we go.
Who sent you to die here? We are bidden by the gods. Our clan is as weak as they claim. We will pick its bones. You've seen nothing of my strength.
I'll pull out my goddamn two-handed sword. This idiot would say,
No, sir! They hide their wealth in the long run. Break the walls down!
you kill him? God damn it!
Lead on! Snuff your spine! You will meet only death!
This in his legs.
Is that the last of them?
You ain't
The rivers
got
are
no
clear.
legs,
If
bubba.
more were coming, they thought better of it.
By their colors and markings, I believe they come from Geatland. But with none left alive to spill their secrets, we may never know why.
Here is one. This vermin was crawling to the river, hoping to float away.
Have mercy, friend. And you may find an ally with us.
Mercy is earned by the quickness of your tongue. Where do you come from, and what is your quarrel with us?
We are settled in East Anglia. Newly arrived and hungry for silver.
You drifted off course. This is Mercia.
As we were ordered.
By whom?
You bore me.
Useless hound. Scratching your ass in search of silver. Put an end to this one.
Done.
Your silence earned you no kindness, Geet. So I'll ask you once more. Who sent you?
The wind sent us. And the rivers will take us home.
He begs for death, Eivor. Give it to him.
Or send him home with a warning. Let him tell his people what death awaits them, should they sail this way again.
No, he's dead. Fuck him.
May there be one who mourns you at home, for we will not.
Eivor, I could have sent my scouts to follow him home. We might have learned something.
Might
The
have.
price of such disrespect is death, Randvi.
Just as Sigurd would have done.
I cannot devise a strategy if my advice is ignored.
To let that man live would announce to
Ron,
the
we will
world
remember
that we are
this.
soft and cowardly. Now these wayward Danes
hell
know
with her.
to fear us.
Forgive my haste, Randvi, but Dag is right.
For once you see clearly. I beg the gods that it continues.
We should clean this mess and move the bodies from the camp.
Agreed. Then we talk of our next steps, together.
I have a feeling most of these main characters are not going to live to see the end of the game. Like, I have a feeling Dag is going to die. Like, I feel like I'm going to be the one to kill Dag. I think Randvi is going to die. I don't know who's going to kill her, but I think she's going to die. Sigurd will die. I have a very, very, very strong feeling that we are going to kill Sigurd at the end of the game.
Hey there! How are you? Gilbert, are you well?
I am, but I wish I could have risen to the challenge put before us, instead of just hiding here in the Longhouse.
You were exactly where you needed to be. Defending the people, and yourself.
I know. I just...
Our forces outside were sufficient, and your father would have many unkind words for me if anything had happened to you.
I know. I only wish my father's long shadow didn't darken my prospects here. I want to learn from you, not watch you.
I have no doubt. Next time, then.
Good to see you.
Oh, now you're happy to see me?
I want to see the Alliance map.
East Anglia, that's where those idiots came from. Oxenfordshire.
Those Dane invaders. They came from East Anglia, is that right?
Yes, Dane invaders who serve a man called Rued. He seems to be sowing discord among Saxons and friendly Danes alike. Years ago, the sons of Ragnar hoped to pacify the land. They appointed a steward named Finnir to find a suitable Saxon king. But the kingdom has fallen into ruins since, with no king and violent raiders ravaging what little peace remains. I suggest you make for East Anglia and find out what their steward is doing wrong.
So she got mad that I killed that dude in front of her because she could have used her scouts to follow the guy home to figure things out. But yet I killed the dude and she just rambled off this whole thing of who leads the zone, what's going on there, and what I need to do. She clearly didn't need her scouts there.
I will make the trip east then. Speak to this Finnir myself.
A good plan.
I'm hoping to cut Dag in half here soon.
You really think fighting can compare to sagas, to true poetry?
I want to have enough stuff to turn
it
into.
conquers it. It is quick, clever, accessible.
Do I have enough
to
stuff to build
all.
something?
It is the art
Ooh,
of
I
the
do.
masses.
Tattoo shop? Hell yeah, let's do this. Already exalted with Hydraxian Waterlords on multiple characters. I'm a Boro now. Carrie's house. I wonder what Carrie's up to.
Thank you, faithful. This
I expect
is the
free
place we
tattoos.
needed. Dove and I have some new designs.
I expect free tattoo for life.
May I see your stores?
I do want to change my head. Don't like. I like that. Best tattoo action. Runes. This motherfucker is
That
ready,
all
man.
for now? I'm off. Be well, friend.
Thank you, Eivor. This
I'm stuck.
This is the place we needed.
And I clipped.
See you later, Eivor.
I just clipped through the building. Just clipped through the building. Easy. I have like tattoo things. How do I make them work? You'll just automatically work. Automatic. I'm in. Oh. I'm supposed to have a set of armor for pre-ordering the game that I haven't gotten yet. But I do need to figure out how to get that armor. Or rather what I need to do to get it.
Eivor, again, your people impress me with your skill. The invaders barely stood a chance.
I don't have enough Italians.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
The fish market. Do I want to build the fishery or the hunting lodge? Hunting lodge. I have a legendary gold trophy.
Thank you for this. Whether
you're
fur,
welcome.
meat, or bone, we will provide only the finest.
And if you intend to go hunting, consider bringing us your kills. We will prepare the hides and heads.
I'm thinking about
Aye.
it.
I've been mounting Petra's trophies for years, and she's a discerning woman.
In all things.
I'll keep that in mind. Enjoy your new home.
Eivor, you seem to be someone with a penchant for trophies.
I do like victories, but I rarely keep a record of them.
Your weapons show the marks of great battles, and you walk with a pride that speaks to your triumphs. Am I wrong?
You are not. Why do you ask?
To bolster our trade, of course. Wallace is the finest tanner and taxidermist in all of England. If you wish the tales of your hunts to outlast you, there is no better way than making trophies of your kills. If you defeat a rare and worthy creature, bring it to us. We will display it for you.
A good idea. Keepsakes to adorn the longhouse. Thank you, Petra.
Oh, and before you go, could you spare a moment for a small favor?
Go ahead.
For the past few evenings, I've heard the howling of a pack of wolves just beyond the border of our woods. Unchecked, they will ravage the wild game in this area, and once the deer are dead, they may turn to us.
You feel we should drive them off?
I would eliminate them entirely, with your permission, of course, and your help, if possible.
Oh, I suppose.
A good idea. I will join you now.
Good. A pack of wolves is a foolish thing to underestimate. Let's go. This way.
No, this way. I got stuff to turn in first, lady.
You lead.
Impressive. Never seen anything like it.
Damn. Oh, I got a reward. Got a tattoo. Eh?
Happy to say I've refreshed my
Where is
stocks.
it? There it is. Look at that son of a...
I must be on my way now. Goodbye. You lead.
Hope to see you again soon.
There it is. Hell yeah.
Our settlement is in quite a nice spot. Beautiful terrain, and the animals here are healthy and populous. But wolves are
Where are you doing, Petra? Let's go.
Maybe why the Ragnarsons
Y'all wanted to
moved
kill
on.
these fucking wolves.
Humans
Let's
upset
go.
the balance of nature, and nature pushed back.
By attacking us.
A wolf will do whatever it takes. They were displaced. Now they
Admitted,
come to our
Elvis,
door.
I am the superior wordsmith. Admit to a falsehood? I would sooner square a circle.
Come this way.
I'm literally in front of you. God damn it. By the way, squirrel. I warned that squirrel to get the hell out of the way, did I not?
Look here. Breadcrumbs and crusts. They must have stolen something from Tarbin's store, or off a table somewhere.
You saw breadcrumbs from where you stood.
They stand out clearly from the soil and grass. See there? Come, this way.
Can't you tell the lighter brown or the darker brown?
Smell
anymore?
that? That's a male wolf, marking his territory, warding off the competition.
How do you know it's a male?
A different odor. You pick it up.
Yes, sir.
How did you come to be such a skilled tracker?
My family were hunters and trackers, from further east than
Why
you've
are we
ever
not
seen,
hurrying?
I imagine. But I've lived in England for most of my life. This is where we found Wallace.
You two are siblings, as Sigurd and I are siblings. Bound by honor, not blood.
Yes. To hear my mother tell it, we came upon Wallace abandoned, a babe in the woods. We took him in. Look, the wolves made a kill here. They're in the area.
That's right there.
Those trails. They must have dragged the poor beast away. We're getting closer. Ah, see those teeth marks on the carcass? They're different.
God damn it. Oh,
this is
yes.
the pack's doing, not just one.
That's
These
right.
teeth marks.
Let's
That
go
means
on.
they bit the animal.
So your family found Wallace in the woods.
We were traveling through the forest when I spotted a white elk ahead of us. I chased it, hoping to take it down. I
Already
lost
killed
it
it.
as I came to a clearing. And there on the ground was a wee babe, our little Wallace, swaddled and alone. Ah, look at that. The pattern on the grass. They slept here.
I'm impressed, Petra. You have a raw skill.
You have
Look at
seen
that.
nothing just yet.
Patted down grass. The shape of a wolf.
So you saw a white elk, and that led you to Wallace.
That's right. It felt fated. We took him in and nursed him back to health. I was scarcely more than a toddler myself then. And from that day forward, we were raised as brother and sister. These kills are fresh. They're likely near enough to hear us. Probably fled the scene not long ago.
Lambs for slaughter, am I right, boys?
I think we found our wolves.
You there! Get to cover! Eivor, with me. Let's end this.
I'm at your side.
At your side. Sidestep.
Please, help!
How the wolves have more friggin' armor than like half the enemies we fight in this.
Get back!
Gonna go one-on-one with the great one. Oh, didn't think so.
There.
Back of
That
cars.
should be all of them.
Thanks, but I don't
Oh,
know.
thank you. Thank you so much, both of you.
That was cool.
Are you all right? Were those your sheep?
They were. God take them.
They were all I had in the world. Poor blighters never stood a chance.
Are they like?
I lost my cows some months back.
Is it like in a game format, or is it just like
Frowning Jesus,
a pack
what
of
sort
cards
of
with
farmer am I?
just the
I'm sorry
autistic
for
state
your
of
loss.
mind?
With the wolves gone, you
still
can
neat,
recover
though.
in peace.
I always
Not
like that
without the
kind of stuff.
blessings of God, I won't. But I shall try. You have your life, farmer. With that alone, you can always rebuild.
Ava, hold. I hear something.
Yeah. Okay.
What? Oh, goodness gracious me!
Whenever I order stuff from Japan, they always add some really cool stuff to the inside of the package.
Well, that worked out.
This was grand,
And
Ava. You hunt almost as well as you fight.
Give me a few weeks.
And I
I'll
still
learn
have
to
a
track
lot of the
as well
stuff
as
that
you.
they
Or better.
put it into the
I would be
package. Like I
happy
have
to
some
be so
origami
humble.
ninja
This was a
stars
joy, Petra.
that
Do
I
not
get.
hesitate to call on me the next time you spot any errant beasts.
You were the first on my list, Ava. See you soon.
Kinda quick. I found my Game Boy Advance Overdrive. I know it's in the drawer. Just don't know where in this drawer. I used to have it set out on my desk. Did I move it? It's definitely in this drawer.
Fair winds today.
Have to look for it later. But yeah, I have a bunch of like origami ninja stars that I kept from ordering things from. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I guess just like some of the stuff that I would get in like random packages, like thanks for buying this game. Here you go, origami ninja star. Like it's cool. This is funny and neat. And obviously, you gotta have the Twitch stuff, right? Whale that looks like a ladybug. Polar bear drowning in lava. Wow. Rhino with butterfly wings. That sounds cool. Like we're Ragnar season. I feel like we're season 3 Ragnar and Vikings right now with their shaved head and our big ass beard. One better head, Ted. I need to figure out how to get this. I'm supposed to have Berserker armor because I pre-ordered the game. I don't have Berserking armor. Little miffed about it. Cloth is like. Need tungsten to upgrade that to superior quality. Don't have any of it all. I'm gonna figure out how to get my Berserker armor. 1 second. Oh, did it only come with the Ultimate Edition? Oh, it did. It only came with the Ultimate Edition. I think I only got the Gold Edition. Yeah. Never mind. I thought it came with my version. The Ultimate Edition. Which means it'll be available via the Opal shop eventually. Was shit about. So that means that I want to. So since that's the case, I need to look up Assassin's Creed armor. Or I need to look up Valhalla armor and determine if I want to go. If I want to go Raven or Bear now. So armor. Brigandine armor. Brigandine armor look cool. Never see the helmet, so just yeah. The Galak armor ain't bad. Thane's armor. Okay, the Winchester, Cloakshire, and so that's like later on in the game, then Thor's armor, obviously. Huntsman armor's wolf. That's actually what we're wearing right now, is a huntsman armor. Everything is like raven focused, man. Kinda sucks. Brigandine is bear. Suggested power 130. Yeah, so this is like where we're at right now. Wolf. No, there's only one bear set. Thanes is bear, okay, but Thanes is end game. And Thor is bear, but Thor is super duper end game. But like, I honestly am better off going just Raven armor right now, and then respecking later. Like straight up, like I am better off going Raven armor right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my skill. I don't really use Stomp, but I do want that. Do I want that? I do want perfect attack. Up. I do want that adrenaline there. I do want adrenaline. Use. Use missile reversal. All at all. On the time. That way it's Raven. Pat, do I use stomp on it? I'm gonna go this route. Definitely. On 100%. Also assassinate. I want to get break ball. Backs, I really don't care. All. Don't want any of the way of the bear stuff. No. Actually, I need that for on the way. So then, what we'll do is here, hide. Alright. Go here to upgrade it all.
Ah! Those invaders never stood a chance. Not when you are armed with Gunnar's handiwork.
What have you got for me today?
All my pieces are good, but that one's very. This will serve you well, neighbor. I can get you that one easy.
Now the question is, do I want to stick with the axes? I want to go to daggers.
You have a keen eye for quality.
I don't really want to.
You like the looks of that one? This will serve you well.
Oh, they only cost one nickel to upgrade.
That one's pretty good.
The weapons cost.
Nothing else I can.
I have to go.
Be well, my friend.
Well, we have actually upgraded here now. It's strange for me to have actually upgraded. Pants look pretty dumb.
I've been saving these just for you.
May I see your stores?
I'm practically giving it away.
There are. Well, I can buy nickel now. Do more to get the rest of the armor to quality.
This was a smart purchase.
$500. Get my last two. Silver.
You should buy that. You've made the right choice with this one. This would suit you, I think.
Everything's...
Is that everything?
I will see.
Right.
Until next time, Eivor.
Until next. I kinda don't like the paint.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
Is that what you want? Ah, let me look at you. Wonderful.
I don't have. I'm almost silver and everything now. Which the fact that I actually have upgraded armor on now is actually because I didn't have upgraded armor on for the longest time. Okie. The next hard part is socketing. Socket with. Have any more rooms socketed, which is fine. My guy's such a hoss, man. Look at him. This is a guy you wouldn't. This is a guy you wouldn't want to fuck with. That's what I'm saying.
I hear Eivor needs men, and I'll be ready to serve when the time comes.
I don't have any money.
Welcome, Bjorn. May you find a new home here among the Raven clan.
I hope to, and I will start now.
If you need a steady hand by ship or plane, I'll be ready to serve when the time comes.
I'm off. Be well, friend.
Alright. Let's see. Volka's quest is there. Said. It's East Anglia right here. Where we're gonna end. That's fucking terrifying. Oh yeah. Oh man. Eivor is going through a transition, hasn't he? Like I say, he's like Ragnar in season 3 and season 3 of Vikings. Big ol' ass beard. Shaved head, about to go ape shit crazy. I like that his gloves don't match anything at all, that he's probably gonna hide the gloves. The pants are flying. The pants are finally starting to wear on me a little bit. There we go. I'm fucking talking about right there, boys. Let's go.